I want every single person watching this video right now to have such amazing glute gains in 2026. I want your glutes to look so good. So I'm going to explain to you all of the most common mistakes that people make when it comes to building the glutes that you need to avoid to get the best results possible. So let's get into it. So mistake number one is not eating enough food. And when I say food, I don't just mean protein. I mean protein, carbs, and fat. When it comes to building your glutes, protein is super essential because it's a muscle, your glutes. You want to be able to build that muscle, and your muscles are made up of protein. So you want to be eating enough protein. Ideally, you want to be having 1 times your current body weight in grams of protein. So if you weigh 140 pounds, you want to be having 140 grams of protein every single day. But where a lot of people go wrong is they neglect the carbs and the fat. I cannot tell you the amount of times I have consultation calls with girls who want to build their glutes and need my help. And I'm like, okay, well, how much are you eating a day? And they're like, oh, I usually have like a lunch and a dinner. I'm like, girl, what about breakfast? Oh, I'm not a breakfast person. I don't wake up hungry. So you want to build your glutes, but you're not feeding your body enough food to build the glutes. When you are just going to the gym, doing the workouts, the hip thrusts, the RDLs, the kickbacks, all the exercises, but you are not eating enough food every day, you're doing half of the job. You're going to be missing out on so many gains. You guys have probably heard the same when it comes to weight loss, that you can't outtrain a bad diet. It's the same thing when it comes to building your glutes. If you're not eating enough food every single day, you are not going to get the results that you're looking for. So if you're someone who doesn't eat breakfast because you don't wake up hungry, you're going to have to start training your body to eat breakfast. So I would suggest you to start off with something light. It can literally be Greek yogurt, fruits, drizzle some honey on top, maybe put some chia seeds, flax seeds for some more fiber. Or you can have an omelet with a side of turkey bacon or some fruits, something super light. And then over time, as you keep having breakfast every single morning, your body is going to start developing those hunger cues in the morning because now it's accustomed to you eating breakfast. And plus, when you're training super hard at the gym and you are building muscle, your metabolism is going to speed up, which is going to also spike up your hunger cues throughout the day. Now, if you're someone who already eats 3 meals a day, then you just want to introduce a snack throughout your day. So that can be a protein bar, that can be a protein shake. Or if you're someone who likes cottage cheese, I don't like the consistency of it. It just looks unappealing and appetizing to me, but I know a lot of girls still like it. You can have cottage cheese and crackers. You can have tuna and crackers. You can have like a little charcuterie kind of board situation with like prosciutto or salami wrapped up in cheese. These are going to be great high protein snacks for you to have that will, 1, get you to your protein goal every day, and 2, it's also going to get you to your calorie goal every day. Now, when it comes to building your glutes, you want to be at the very minimum eating at a caloric maintenance. So that means you're eating just as much calories as your body burns every single day. So if your body burns 2,000 calories to maintain your weight and your physique right now, you need to be eating 2,000 calories every single day. If you want to double the size of your glutes, you have a flat pancake and you want it to be bigger, you need to be eating beyond maintenance. You need to be eating at a surplus because you need to put on weight. Now, the second most common mistake when it comes to building your glutes is not doing enough volume every single week for your lower body. For the girls who've been watching my videos for a while now, you already know 2 to 3 leg days is what you should be aiming for. Now, it goes beyond just how many leg days you're doing in a week. What really matters is how many sets you're doing every single week that will target your glutes. And the sweet spot is you want to have about 27 to 30 sets every week of exercises that target your glutes. So what that means is you need to break up those 30 sets amongst the 2 to 3 leg days that you are doing. So this is why I always say if you're doing 3 leg days a week, you can get away with doing 4, even 5 exercises because now you're splitting up that 27 to 30 set volume every week between 3 leg days in comparison to just 2 leg days. And this is actually something I do myself when I'm creating workout programs for my clients. I also like to go a little deeper within that to make sure, based on what their physique looks like, how many sets needs to be focused on the upper glutes, how many sets needs to be focused on the lower glutes. If the client has more lifted glutes but their upper glutes is missing, it's not really poking out from the side, giving capital P like I like to say, then I will make sure that they have enough sets throughout the week that's going to be targeting the upper glutes. But if you're new to the gym, I wouldn't recommend you guys to really get down to that nitty-gritty of things. Just focus on hitting 27 to 30 sets every single week targeting your glutes, and just add in one upper glute exercise at the end of every single leg day and you will be fine. Now, if you want me to personally help you with your workout plan so you know exactly how you should be training based on your current body type and what you want your body shape to look like, I can help you with my one-on-one online coaching. All you gotta do is just click the link above, book your free consultation call. We can chat and see if it's a good fit for you. Third most common mistake people make when it comes to building their glutes is not doing the full range of motion when it comes to your exercises. So many times I see online people are squatting heavy weight, but they're not even able to squat to at least parallel. And if you don't know what parallel is, it basically is in that bottom position of your squat, your knees are aligned with your butt. And that is the very minimum depth you should be going for when you're squatting. If you can actually get lower than that, so you can get your butt below your knees, that's amazing. But for a lot of people, they can't even get to parallel and they're squatting this heavy ass weight. And it's just like, you need to drop the weight. Stop ego lifting. Stop thinking that I need to just get to heavy weight so I can build my glutes when you don't even have the best form, when you can't even get into the full range of motion for that exercise. You are literally robbing yourself of gains because you are not putting your glutes in that stretch position. And having your glutes be in that stretch position is so essential when it comes to building your glutes. So what I want you guys to do is really just focus on your form. Focus on getting that full range of motion for every single exercise before upping the weights. I know we speak so much about progressive overload and lifting heavy, and this is what's going to help you build your glutes. But when it comes to the hierarchy, form is above weight. If your form is not good, you should not be upping the weight. Only until your form is good and you have that full range of motion, then you should up the weights. So for example, if you're squatting and you're like, oh my gosh, I can squat 100 pounds, but you can barely get to parallel, I'm sorry, but you actually can't squat 100 pounds. Lower the weight, get deeper into your squats, and once you can comfortably get deeper into your squats, then up the weight so that you can be able to say, I actually can squat full range of motion at 100 pounds. Now, the fourth most common mistake people make when it comes to building their glutes is not doing an upper glute exercise every single leg day. If your leg day looks like a hip thrust, a squat, a lunge, a kickback, and an RDL, you are not targeting your upper glutes. So you cannot be surprised and confused as to why at the top of your glutes it's very flat, it doesn't poke out from the side, because you are not targeting that muscle during your leg day. You are doing a lot of lower glute exercises. So your glutes will look lifted, it will look plump in the middle, but at the top, to get that bookshelf look, it's gonna be non-existent. And I feel like a big reason why people do not incorporate upper glute exercises into their leg days is because social media has you guys confused on what exactly is an upper glute exercise. I have seen so many videos saying that cable kickbacks is an upper glute exercise or back extensions is an upper glute exercise. These are lower glute exercises. An upper glute exercise is when you are abducting, so you're moving your leg away from the center of your body. So think of a seated hip abduction. You're sitting down and you're opening and closing your legs. That is targeting the upper glutes. So if you are not adding at least one upper glute exercise every single leg day, you are not gonna have that projection capital P look that you're looking for. The fifth most common mistake people make when it comes to building their glutes is doing redundant exercise. I want you guys to really understand this. You do not need to do 6, 7, 8 different exercises in a leg day so that you can build your glutes. It's not a matter of how much I can fit into my leg day, because the more I do, the faster my glutes are gonna grow. It doesn't work that way. It comes to a point where you are literally doing junk volume and it's not doing anything to your body other than exhausting you out, which actually can lead to you injuring yourself because now you're not doing the form properly because you're tired. As long as you're doing 27 to 30 sets of glute exercises every single week, your glutes will grow. And if you can actually get away with doing 7, 8, 9 exercises on leg day, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. You literally are not pushing yourself hard enough, because if you were actually pushing yourself and going to that failure point for a lot of your exercises, you will notice that you physically will not have the energy to get past 6, even 7 exercises is a lot. If you are that person that's like, oh, I'm at the gym for 2 hours because I'm doing 8 to 9 it's not a flex, girl. It's really not a flex, okay? The real flex is having an efficient leg day by doing the right amount of exercises based on how many leg days you have in a week. If you are someone who's training legs 2 times a week, 6 exercises is all you need. If you're someone who's training legs 3 times a week, 4 to 5 exercises is all you need every single leg day. The 6 most common mistake people make when it comes to building their glutes is not pushing yourself hard enough. I cannot express this enough. I see it so many times when I start training my clients and they're like, oh, I've been training legs for a whole year. This is the weight that I could be doing. And I'm like, you've been training legs for a whole year and you can only hip thrust 50 pounds? That's just not making sense. You should be a lot stronger than that. And then once I start working with them, literally within a month, they are hip thrusting double the weight. They're hip thrusting 100+ pounds, and they get shocked on how much they actually can lift. You are a lot stronger than you think you are. When you start feeling that burning sensation in your glutes when you're doing an exercise, that is not a sign for you to stop. That's a sign for you to keep on going, because the reps that you do during that burning sensation are the reps that count the most to building your glutes. These are the reps that's going to get you the gains you're looking for. So if you can do as much reps as possible with that burning sensation, your glutes will look amazing. It's the girls who stop once it starts to burn who miss out on so much gains and wonder why their glutes look the same after 12 months of training their glutes. You have to push yourself beyond what your mind tells you you can do. When it comes to working out, your mind is your op, okay? It's opposition, it's the enemy. It will make you think that you cannot keep going, whereas your body can actually keep going. So I'm gonna need you to break past that mindset of, oh my gosh, it burns, I need to stop, I don't think I can keep going anymore, and actually see how much more you can do, how much more you can endure. And I promise you, you will shock yourself. Even if this means that you need to train with a trainer or train with a friend so that they can actually push you, highly recommend you to do that, just so that you can actually get an idea of how much you actually can lift. Now, this doesn't mean that every single exercise for your leg days, you should be going to that failure point. No. Your accessory exercises like the hip abduction, cable kickbacks, the ones that you do at the end of your leg days, those you don't need to go to failure. But for the bigger compound lifts, the lifts that you do at the beginning of your workout, so exercise number 1, 2, even 3, those are the ones you really want to push yourself to the point where your body physically can't anymore, and not until your mind tells you that you can't. Now, the last common mistake people make when it comes to building their glutes is not being patient. The truth is, and I really wish so many more people spoke about this online, building your glutes takes so much time. It's not gonna take you 8 weeks or 12 weeks. And I know there's so many challenges out there that's like, do my 8-week glute challenge or my 12-week glute challenge. I made those myself. I gave into it and I was like, yeah, guys, do this challenge. And then it just dawned on me like, Tashana, you know damn well that it doesn't take 12 weeks to build your glutes. So why put these girls through a challenge to build their glutes? And I understand that a challenge is made to challenge you, right? To push yourself. It can even like let you know how much you should be doing or how you should be structuring your workouts. It can be a lesson beyond just the thought of, oh my gosh, my glutes are gonna build in like 12 weeks. I understand that. I just feel like a lot of people who buy these programs and buy these challenges think that they're gonna get amazing results in 8 weeks, in 12 weeks. And the truth is, some women might, but a lot of women will not. If your genetics plays in your favor, you can get amazing results in 12 weeks, in 16 weeks. So that's 3 to 4 months. But if genetics doesn't play in your favor, it can take you up to a year, 2 years even, to get amazing results when it comes to building your glutes. So I don't want you guys to be so hell-bent on how long it's taking you. I don't want you to rush the process. I don't want you to have a date set in mind of when you want your glutes to get bigger because you have a vacation coming up or it's your birthday coming up. Just stick to the plan no matter how long it takes. Because the truth is, even if your glutes don't look the way you want it to look in 3 months, you still made progress. You're able to lift heavier. You're probably eating more than you used to. You have developed maybe more discipline by being able to go to the gym now 3 days a week and push yourself. You're now getting more protein in than you ever did before. There's so many other wins along the way that you need to celebrate and realize other than that end result, because that end result, it takes time. The girls that you see online, whether it's my body or someone else's body that you put up on your mood board or your vision board and you're like, oh my God, their bodies are goals. It took us years to get. What a lot of you guys don't realize is I've been working out for 10 years. So the body that I have right now is 10 years in the making. It's not 2 years, 1 year. I literally feel like I look the best I've ever looked my whole life. And that is because I've been consistent for 10 years. The truth is also, once you have that body, it's a lot easier for you to maintain. So don't be comparing what that person's doing to what you're doing, because if I've been training for 10 years, there's a lot of stuff that I can get away with that someone who's just starting off cannot get away with. You gotta thug it out and grind it out in the beginning. So give yourself grace, be patient, and celebrate all of the small wins along the way. Hope you guys found this video super helpful. If you did, make sure you guys are subscribed. If you have any questions when it comes to building your glutes, drop them down below in the comment section. I would love to answer them or even incorporate them into another video. As I said earlier, if you want my help with building your glutes, you feel stuck, you feel confused, even with this video, you're like, I don't know what to really do. I just need someone to tell me what to do and I'm gonna follow it. I can help you with my one-on-one coaching. The link is in the description. You can book your call with me and we can get started from there. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.